Hello and welcome to another live episode. A hot afternoon. I haven't gone live for the past few days, and it's time to give you an update of what is going on in the garden. So this past week we've been blessed with lots of rain, heavy rains, and it's crazy in the garden. Look at all that green. My plants are shooting up so fast. I have so many starts I'm supposed to transplant. So this is the state of my garden. Crazy around here. So today I want us to look at our pepper plants. I want to do an update. They are looking really good for pepper plants that have been here for more than 2 years. I think I'm even getting better quality fruits than what I've harvested in the past. And this is after the drought. So look at that. It's like crazy productive. For pepper plants that survived the drought. And now they finally got water. Look at the size. And we've been harvesting. Waiting for them to ripen has been hard. So you see, we've been harvesting lots of them, but still they are productive, and you can see there are more flowers. Because also as you harvest your pepper plants, you encourage more production. Look at how big they are. So they've taken quite long to change color, to ripen. And I think it's because of the temperatures. When the temperatures are lower, they take much longer to ripen and change color, because remember the first tree that had the fruits ripened so fast and the birds attacked the tree, and more fruits are already here, but they are not ripening that fast. And it's because our temperatures have gone even lower than 17 degrees Celsius. So when you see this on your pepper plants, this means that the plant has taken in so much water. There's so much water in the ground, and that is because of the heavy rains. So it's not all that bad. Look at that. Nice healthy fruits after the birds attacked all the big pepper plants. Look at that. So right now what I've noticed is that my fruits are bigger in size. They are not the tiny fruits. Like in the past. Hello Food Forest Permaculture. Welcome, welcome. Today is just about my pepper plants. Look at that. And you see parts of the plant are still dry. So they dried up completely during the drought, but now they have come back so strong. And I've never seen this type of productivity. The plant is just full of pepper plants all over. Look at this. Even down here. Let me get down. Look at all this. Wow, Food Forest says tomorrow is Permaculture Day. That is lovely. So one thing I also did to ensure that when my pepper plants start producing, yes, they are good for the heart. Is that when I started taking care of them, remember I had a big break from my garden. Then when I came back, at least when I could get some water, I chopped up a lot of composts and manure on this bed. So that one has also contributed to this productivity. Thank you, Food Forest Permaculture. Look at all that. And more flowers, and more and more and more. And it's more than a meter. Where should I stand to show you at least so that you can see how high it is. And look at this. Good healthy chili plants. So make sure you top up your compost and manure. And it seems like this week will be blessed with more rains. And look at this size. You know, last time when I harvested, they were very small, thin chilies. But right now, look at this. I've also seen a double chili plant. Let me show you. Yes. Make sure you save your rainwater. Ooh, looks like one has started turning. So they've taken too long to just ripen and turn color. I want to show you the double chili. So I've been saving a lot of water. And also the way I created my beds, when it rains, they collect a lot of water that can seep in slowly. Food Forest says I should set a large tap to collect water. Yeah, I'm thinking in the other block I have some space. I can also collect some more water there. Although at that point where I'm collecting water is where I also get some more garden soil to fill up my pots. So I want to show you the double, the twin chili plants. Look at all this. I mean, the production is crazy. All this chili. So imagine if you had a whole field with productive chili like this. So here. So finally we get to the, look at that. You see? Like twins. So it's one chili fruit and it is in two. Says put a tap on an angle to, you can direct the water to the plants. Look at that crazy production. And more are still growing. See? So I'm really waiting for them to ripen and turn color. But the temperatures, it seems the temperatures are low. So we'll have to wait for longer. Generally, lower temperatures means that even germination, you wait for longer. So even ripening right now, we'll have to wait for longer. But I wanted to give you a good update on my chili because they look amazing for plants that have been here for very long. Then I want to show you another plant. And I think I've never even counted the number of plants I have in my garden at the moment. I need to do a count. So besides the chili, I want to show you my citrus. Look at this. Are we finally going to enjoy fruits from this citrus tree? Look at that. Thank you, Food Forest Permaculture. Lots of work in the garden right now. I wish I could have like 3 extra sets of of hands to help me around. Look at this. So remember I think I did an update when it was just all flowers, all white. And now it seems like we are going to enjoy some tangerines. Look at that. And this tree, We have really struggled with it to get it to give us fruits. But what I did, once the rains came in, I added in a lot of ash, just right there, a lot of ash. Then I gave it a lot of my fertilizer tea. So this tea, this is a miracle drink for sure. This tea here where I collect my rainwater, and these are just fresh vegetables added inside here. So this fertilizer tea and a lot of wood ash have changed the story of this citrus tree. At least now I can say there's hope. We may finally enjoy the first fruits from this tree all those years, because all those years the flowers will grow, but they will just drop. We will lose all the flowers. Food Forest is saying also biochar is fantastic. Yes, although I've not added biochar to the bottom here. What I added is ash and a lot of fertilizer tea. So I know it definitely provided the nutrients that are needed to stimulate flower production and also fruiting. So there are still some flowers inside. So if you have a fruit tree and it's giving you some problems, I think you can take notes from me. Some wood ash would be good. And look at the beetles still inside here. Remember I shared a short video. Food Forest says biochar will hold water and nutrients near the citrus. Okay. I've already gathered more material to create more biochar. Right there. So biochar, some wood ash, and a lot of the fertilizer drink, the miracle drink. So it has supplied lots of nutrients. So if you're having a troublesome tree, this tree has never produced fruit, and this tree has been here for more than even 15 years. It has been here. Not even once have we gotten fruits. Thank you, Food Forest Permaculture. Yeah, I'm just trying to share my lessons and what I experience in my garden. So I know somebody somewhere will get help. And by the way, I need to update you on something. So when we received rains this past week, in some parts of the country, there's been terrible flooding. People have lost their homes. And also the crops in the field. So what happened, this is material for my biochar. So I use this maize cobs a lot. Also there, full here. Material for my biochar. So in some parts of the country there is terrible flooding, and then in some other regions there was hailstones. So I've just seen a photo from a farmer who shared how hailstones have destroyed the fields. They had cabbages in the field, and the cabbages, you see this? Heavy rain yesterday, and it seems like it's going to rain again. So they had cabbages in the field and there was hail. So all the produce is gone. If it is potatoes, it is gone. These are my cabbages. So their cabbages were attacked by the heavy rainfall. And the hailstones. So it means right now, food will even be more expensive in the market. Getting maize is an issue. So if the people in the regions that grow our food, thank you. The cabbage is really looking nice. if the people that are growing our food, like the food basket of our country, the food has been destroyed by the hailstones and the heavy rain, washing the crops away and just destroying it completely, that people, you cannot even take it to the market, people cannot buy it. So it means the sooner people learn to grow lots of food, the better it will be for them. Because I don't know what will happen. We are coming from a situation where there was a prolonged drought. Finally, there was hope. We got some heavy rains. But now what has happened, the heavy rains now have come with a lot of disaster again. So there's hailstone and there's flooding. So the fields that are growing the crops have been washed. The crops have been destroyed. So you go to the market, everything is so expensive. I think I'll take some time to go to the market and just take you around to show you what is going on in the market. The cost of food has shot up terribly. So this is my pumpkin. So I have lots and lots and lots of volunteer plants all around. And look at the amaranth. We harvested and it has shot up again. So this is the state of my garden. Lots of weeds, plenty of food, a lot of work to be done. So I want to take you to the chili, the bell pepper now. And look at this even before I get to the bell pepper. Look at this. So the basil is going into flowering. So it means I want to come and harvest some more so that I can at least distribute it elsewhere. Oh, so the food problem is all around the world. It's expensive and difficult to get food. So here it is becoming terrible by the day. You have to learn just how to grow your food. And the issue here is just water. So this is my basil. Look at that. So they are going into flowering. I have to come and get this. So they found a really, really good spot. Because to get this big leaves, they don't need a lot of sunshine. Some partial shade. Look at that. Look at the size of that leaf. Look at that. Welcome, Mama J. Good morning to you. Welcome, Saji Grows Organic. Look at all this. Look at all this growth. So it found a very, very nice spot. So if you want to grow some, select a spot that will give it some partial shade. And did you see my bougainvillea, the way it has come back beautifully? Look at that. From the skeleton tree. It was a skeleton tree, and now it has come back so beautifully. So this one definitely I need to come and remove the flowers so that I can encourage more growth. Yes. So select a location for the basil. So select a location that gets some partial shade. It is doing really good. If I had placed it somewhere there's a hot sun, like at the end there, at the edges, I don't think I would be enjoying this today. So look at all that. So for these ones, I think it's now time to like start more. I need to come and cut and cut and cut and stand it in water so that I can get more. I wish I could share this with you, my friends. It is so nice and fresh and looking good. And this is the first time I'm growing this basil in my garden. But then it seems like it found a nice spot. Welcome, Michael Sharp. Thank you. So giving it some shade. Then right now, because I don't want it to become bitter, I have to come and remove the flowers because it's going into flowering. So the rains have done us really, really good. And I also used a lot of manure and compost in this big container where I'm recycling. So for this row right now I have some, this one is called, this is like it grows sometimes like a weed, very nutritious. And also this one, the English name I know this is Crotalaria. I can't remember the English name. Then here I have parsley. Here I have coriander. And now basil is coming up so beautifully that I need to spread it. And then I have volunteer plants. So some time back, I planted some Chinese cabbage. And I couldn't plant them for long because they can't survive when the temperatures are high. They will just go into bolting, produce seed so fast. But then I got some volunteer plants just around the garden. Let me even show you another one that I've just discovered it, and I was clearing around it. So many volunteer plants around in my garden. Look at this. So I didn't plant any Chinese cabbage, but now I'm getting so many volunteer plants around the garden after the heavy rains. So that is Chinese cabbage coming up. Let's now go to the chili, the bell pepper, the sweet pepper. So here I have the, okay, Food Forest says perhaps they were planted by bird droppings. I think so because I haven't planted them for long. The last time I planted them, they went into bolting, producing seed so fast. So here I have my bell pepper again. And remember I removed the first flowers and the top of these bell pepper plants. I pinched them, you see. And now this is another thing I want to share. So remember, this portion was naked. It did not have this foliage like this because of the drought for long. And now this container is at the edge and I'm having these bell pepper plants here. So what I've noticed, these bell pepper plants, they look different from these ones that are getting the full sun. Can you notice any difference? Because I'm not seeing if they have a lot of fruits. And then they look like they just want to grow tall and tall and tall to look for the sun, compared to these other ones that are getting the full sun. And now they have even gone into fruit production already. So I'm thinking, for me, because this is just for home consumption, the height is good enough. Although for those who are doing commercial farming, bell pepper commercial farming, they would want the plant to gain more height before they can start getting fruits. And they even support the plants. So I have so many plants to be supported in the garden that now I don't know where I'm going to get the stakes for support. I think I have more than 100 tomato plants. So all these tomato plants, right there at the edge, tomato plants, that side, tomato plants, there are so many that I don't know how I'm going to do all this. So these are pepper plants at the edge. So I want to take you to the main bed with the other pepper plants. It's crazy around here. Dragon cactus and Opuntia cactus. Dragon cactus and Opuntia cactus, I see a lot of it when I go outside on the road. I will do a walk on the road to just show you what has come up. It's definitely different from the last time I shared a video when I was showing everything was dry. Right now it is green. So let's go to this other block. So I've got lots and lots and lots of tomato plants. Still, I don't know how I'm going to deal with all this. So these are the other pepper plants. Look at this. So what do you think about, there are some people who are arguing that you should not cut the top of your pepper plants, that it doesn't increase productivity. But what I've seen after just cutting the top, you see it has branched like this. And here there's a big one. It has branched to give me more flowers and more fruits. You see? So what do you do in your garden? Do you cut the top, or do you just leave the pepper plant to grow as it is? I'd really love to know what you do. Because for me, I chose to cut the top. And that one, I experienced it also when I was growing my eggplant. Because after cutting the top, at least I got more growth. And I was able to get more fruit from one eggplant. Food Forest says there's more food when you cut the top. That's nice. Because they're saying that you don't really increase the production. So what happened here? Thank you, Michael Sharp. Remember, this was a sunken bed. But now the way the garden is leveled, that side is a little bit high. Coming to this side. So a lot of soil has washed up to the bed, and you see the lower leaves are touching the ground. So for these lower leaves, I need to remove them. Because if they touch the ground like that, I'm thinking it's going to encourage pests and diseases on the main plant. So they're lying just on the soil. Thank you, Food Forest Permaculture. So I want to remove all this. So just at that point, instead of removing it at the stem, because I see if I remove it at the stem, I expose the stem, and it means the stem needs time to recover instead of concentrating on fruiting and flowering. And look at that. So these leaves that are down here, I need to remove them. So they're just on the ground. Some are even stuck. Look at that. So these ones that are stuck, it's better to remove them so that they don't act as agents for my bell pepper plants to be attacked. Oh, Food Forest Permaculture says animals ate all my squash seedlings. Oh my, oh my, oh my. So sorry about that. Oh my. I've experienced such destruction, and that was from the dogs, the guard dogs we had. I planted some sunflower seedlings and they chewed all the seedlings. So sorry about that. It means you just have to start some more. Then after the dogs chewed my sunflower seedlings, the birds descended on my tomato seedlings. Just want to remove this is that at the bottom. And right here there is a volunteer amaranth plant that I've decided not to remove. You notice it's a different amaranth plant from the one I'm growing. You see? This one is red and the other one is green. So I haven't removed it from that point. So sometimes you can experience destruction from the animals or the birds. But then you just have to grow again. Look at that. So I'm just removing this that is at the bottom and leaving it like that. Then I want to and these things shot up so fast because of the rain. Oh, Food Forest Permaculture is asking if Kenya is a Commonwealth country. I think it is. So this one's lying on the ground. I have to remove all this. So this is the super drink that has done wonders for my citrus tree. And look at this. And remember, when I did a live episode when I was doing the super plant boosts, I also gave a foliar fertilizer with this drink. And surely this has done me well. Okay, Food Forest Permaculture. Say hi to your professor. So I'm just removing the bottom leaves. Yes, do ask him one time he should join one of our lives so that we can discuss more things. And there are so many mosquitoes. And I was told that lemon balm does a great job as a mosquito repellent. I haven't gotten hold of any lemon balm yet. So I think if I get lemon balm, such positions like there at the corner would be a great spot to plant the lemon balm in containers because it spreads. There are so many mosquitoes that it's hard sometimes to work in the garden. So of late I've just been keeping my legs covered. Then I try to wear something long sleeved, but it becomes so hot and I remove it. And now my hands are itching. So I'm going around checking if there are any more plants that are just, any more leaves that are touching the ground. Lemon balm is awesome for men's prostate. Wow. There are so many benefits of different plants that we don't know of. Food forest permaculture, I think if we start a show just to share the benefits of plants, it would do so much good. We would educate so many people. We would educate so many people about the benefits of just different simple plants. That even if they just grow just a few, if they say gardening takes up a lot of time, and they get to know the benefits of all the plants, we would live a more quality life. Just want to put my stand here. Because I certainly don't know all the benefits of all the plants in Kenya. There are so many and there's so much to learn. So it's a step-by-step process. And I believe we can learn a lot. Just how to take care of our health using the natural resources that we have, the plants that we have. The mosquitoes have really attacked my hands. In the garden, I have a lot of volunteer plants. Let me try getting these final leaves that are just touching the ground. I think we are almost good. So now I want to mix up the fertilizer drink. Get some from the drum. So I just use this bag to ensure that I don't keep on spreading some gooey stuff from the fertilizer that is brewing in the drum. Does a perfect job. So you see this? I got it inside there. So this bag helps me to hold all this. That now I would be spreading it to my plants. So here I'm going to add some water. So just get the mix diluted. Good enough. So there was some water inside here. So this just drench the soil. I did drench this one yesterday and it's looking good. I have my small puppies going around the garden. So the ground is soaked with rainwater. So right now there's no need for heavy watering. Just time to wait for the more fruits to come in. I think that is good enough for my pepper plants. So in the last live episode, I think it was on Saturday, I did show you my zucchini plants. And I sprayed them with a mixture of baking soda, some liquid soap, some oil. I made a nice spray. because my plant had been heavily affected by powdery mildew. So they have sprung back up beautifully, but seems the weather is just conducive for powdery mildew. When it becomes hot and humid and it's wet, that one is just perfect for attack by more pests and diseases in the garden. So this is what we have to deal with as gardeners. Always on the lookout, because now you don't know what next you'll have to deal with. So look at that. Some leaves are still good, looking good and fresh after the spraying. Look at that one there, looking really good. But this corner, I'm getting more leaves that have been attacked again. Here where there, I think also there's no good air circulation. This corner, that's why I said if I do get lemon balm, this would be a nice spot to have the lemon balm. The sun has come back out so strong because it wants to rain. I hope no more property will be destroyed by the rains, and so many crops have been destroyed in the field. So the spray did some good job. You look at these leaves, they are looking good, apart from a few, and those ones at that end, they've been attacked again. And I removed so many leaves from the zucchini. Still, I'm not getting lots of the females, just a few. I can spot one fruit right there. So the spray was good. Go round. And here I have my moringa. So lovely. I always admire this tree because it has survived so much. I want to get this plant here. Look at that. Healthy leaves. Bigger than they were before. So still not so many fruits. But I'm just letting the plants live out. Then I will just plant something else, because these plants are just too sensitive to the temperature changes. Because the temperatures are going so high, coming back down so low. Then sometimes when it rains so heavily, they are also affected, and now it is powdery mildew. So it seems like for this one I should just leave it. So friends, that is the update I wanted to give today. So happy that my capsicum plants have come up. So I'm thinking of what I'll be doing, what I'll be cooking in the kitchen. Because for capsicum, at least you can cook with it every day. When you're doing your stir fries, you can use the capsicum. Thank you so much for joining me in this live episode. So Food Forest Permaculture says tomorrow is Permaculture Day. I don't know if you will be live. I will try to catch you in the live episode so that you can continue learning more about growing healthy food in the garden. So let me get my camera first. The sun has come back so strong. And there are some puppies. Let me just put my stand right here. So for this one, I will give an update much later. And the carrots, just sneak it into what is happening here. Looking good. I want to show you the other carrots that I planted using the bottle method. This side. Look at my wild amaranth. So these are the carrots that I use the bottle method, and they are looking good, standing tall. So the argument was whether you can transplant carrots and they would still grow. Yes, they are growing really well. So I used these two bottles. I did share a video. I will share another update again. Oh, my shadow is blocking. Welcome, Creative Redundancy. Yeah, thank you for joining in. So today I was showing my pepper plants. And now I'm finishing off with an update of my carrots. So looking really good. I also did transplant some carrots here next to my spinach, the Swiss chard. Looking really good. So I have puppies. And look at what they have done. And these are leeks. Well, friends, thank you all for joining me in this live episode. Until next time, let's create a food and garden heaven. Thank you.